Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. I hope you guys are doing well. This is your boy Chef Don Don. We are live this morning, this Good Friday morning. So I hope everyone is doing well. Hey, baby girl 1981. What's going on, Veronica? What's going on, Diane? What's going on, Simply Elegant One? How are you guys? What's up, Mia? How are you on this good fine Friday morning? All right. Listen, I hope you guys are doing well. This is your boy Chef Don Don. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Hit that notification bell to all, and make sure you also hit that like button as well. All right. So today we are going to be talking about several different things. Uh, Brian McKnight and him not, wanting to claim his cheering. Okay, so that we're also going to be talking about Ebony Williams versus the Breakfast Club because I'm on the fence with that. But I'm gonna just give y'all my real thoughts on that. And then also we are going to be talking about Jamie Foxx as well. All right. What's going on, Carissa? What's up, Cherise? Happy Friday, CM. So in case if you guys have not known, and you probably wonder why I'm talking the way I'm talking, I haven't been feeling well, but I was like, you know what? I got to push some content out now. That's what I got to do. So I am here so we can talk. All right. We are also going to discuss a few other things as well. I haven't watched the full Steve Harvey, Marjorie Harvey, not Marjorie Harvey, but her ex. I hadn't gotten a chance to watch that full interview with Tasha K. However, I did see that that is out there, and that is one of the hot topics that's going on right now. Unfortunately, got to make sure I get all the receipts before I commentate on that, right? Also, too, I didn't get a chance to put them on the thumbnail, but I'm also going to talk about publicly. I am going to talk about the Melody Martell situation, what's kind of been going on in these YouTube streets for the last week and a half, maybe almost 2 weeks now. So we're going to talk about that as well. All right. So again, happy Friday, everyone. I am going to come back later on today to spin the wheel for the winner. Like I said, I've been under the weather, so I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I ain't created the wheel. Okay, ain't created the wheel, but I got y'all later on today. All right. Even if it's a short video, I want to make sure I get it out for you all. And if you guys don't know what I'm speaking of, that is the big box. All right. That has some of my favorite things, and it is a mystery box. So stay tuned for that as well. Now, the month of May, we're doing two. Now, in order to be eligible to be entered into that drawing, it's just you donating to the platform, whatever you decide to do, whether they be super chat, super stickers, Cash App, Venmo, whatever it may be, that is helping the channel. And so, what I wanted to do is get back to you guys as well. All right, period. Well, let's get into some things here this morning. Can you guys share, retweet, whatever you got to do? We got to have a conversation and we got to talk and we got to keep it real, keep it a buck. All right. That's just what we do. All right. So I think I want to start off with, oh, child, so much. Hold on one second. Let's see what I got on my list. We're gonna start off with Brian McKnight. All right. I'm about to drag this little turd looking man. And yeah, I said it. And who got a problem with it? Listen, probably at the end of this live, I probably would be kikiing and giggling and going on right now. I ain't really feeling it, but I do feel a little drag in my spirit, and I'm fit to get ready to drag Brian McKnight. All right. Now he's criticized for praising his stepchildren while ignoring his biological children. Now, this is not the first time that this has come up. This also came up, I think, maybe prior to the panorama or whatever. I think this had came up then as well. But we're going to get into this quick article from Essence magazine. Brian McKnight was trending on Twitter recently, and not for a notable reason. The back at one singer is being called out for not acknowledging his biological children. Again, the 53-year-old has four biological children from a from previous relationships, which include Brian Jr., Brianna, is it Brianna? Nico, and Clyde. Now, Twitter users pointed that McKnight's Instagram, where he acknowledges his stepchildren in a way that seems as he's shading his biological children. Ain't shade. We all know the reason why he not acknowledging his biological children, but I hate to tell you, Brian, You still black. Okay. We're gonna finish getting into it. So it goes on to say that the first I thought I was sharing my screen. Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Hold up. Let's see him. Hold on one second. Let me remove this thumbnail. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so it says the first criticism started after a user resurfaced a Instagram post from 2020 where the singer thanks his stepdaughter for making me a girl dad. Your stepdaughter, Julius, I became a girl dad because of you, and I couldn't have asked for a better daughter. Mcknight wrote in the caption. Nigga, that was trash. That's trash. That is trash, nigga. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Ain't no way in the world. So your stepdaughter made you become a girl dad. Now you got to make that make sense. When you got perfectly grown children still out here and your stepdaughter's the one that made you a girl dad, girl, goodbye. Child. Okay, so the caption continue visiting you on campus and seeing how happy you are living in the beach house with all your friends for your senior year reminded us both of how proud we are of the woman you have become and the incredible student you continue to be. Here is to you, Jules. Is it Jules? The perfect daughter I've always wanted. That is trash, Brian McKnight. Nigga, there needs to be not one time that we ever you are done. Okay? In my book, you are done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Can I read that to y'all one more time? Just this last part. Here's to you, Jules, the perfect daughter I always wanted. So you mean this ain't it? This is not it, yo. Twitter users weren't filling the post for several reasons. Main one being that, as mentioned, McKnight has a daughter, Brianna, and the post reads as a subliminal jab at her. They also called him out again for not including any of his children from previous relationships in his Instagram bio, which currently reads father of Julia Jack, Kako, Mito, and Brian Kiona Makio. Boy, bruh, this is this is trash. Okay. Now the IMB corner has been at odds with his four children from previous relationships for several years now. He also addressed past backlash, explaining why he is estranged from his children. In 2019, he shared a video citing reasons such as being entitled. So you don't think you saying that, oh, you're the girl I always wanted. You're not you this man is pathetic. Now, I've never missed a day of child support. What does that matter? I've never done anything adverse to my children whatsoever. I've always been there. I've always been there with advice, whether they took it or not. I have always been the sounding board, and I've always been the one who had to help them achieve whatever dreams that they were wanting to reach out for, he said in a video. Now, I'm going to call you out as a dad right there because here's the thing, you don't ever have to help someone achieve the dreams that you're wanting them to achieve, right? And that's basically what this sounds like. It sounds like because you couldn't have your way with your kids and because they didn't live out what you wanted them to live out, then now you do not want to claim them. That is a problem. But you over there claiming that lady, and I'm going to dive into her in just a minute. Now, his kids, however, have a different interpretation of the situation. In 2019, his son, Brian Mcknight Jr., spoke out about his estranged father and his disbelief about how he could turn his back on both his children and grandchildren. You know, I think maybe this hits a little bit different for me because most of you guys know, like, I'm adopted, right? And maybe last week, week before, I was just having situations with my biological mother and father, and this just all so much rings a bell because now it ain't a different marriage, but what I will say, nieces and nephews get more love than the biological children do, and that's a problem. That is such a problem. And kids see this, and you can't expect them to not feel. I don't care how old you are. You're going to continue to feel some type of way once you see your parents with a certain pattern. It's going to make you feel some type of way. So I can't even be mad at his children for feeling some type of way about the way he's doing. But this is not the end of. We still got to keep on going. All right. Oh, also, I was going to say this. I feel like when you have grandchildren, and I don't have no grandchildren, nor do I have any children, but this is the way that I feel. I feel when you have grandchildren, you have another opportunity to show your grandchildren what you might not have gotten the opportunity to show your children. That's the way I look at it, right? People that I see out here that have grandchildren, they're enjoying their grandchildren, they're enjoying the youth of their grandchildren, and just having an all around good time. And I feel like when you are a parent and you do not take that opportunity up, it's something wrong with you, and you need to go sit on the couch, and it's okay. Just go sit on the couch and get this thing fixed. All right. Just for you guys in here, please make sure you hit that like button. I hit that like button, hit that like button. Um, okay, I don't think that there is any situation that merits the way my father has chosen to treat my brother, my sister, and his grandchildren. One of which being his born firstborn son, who also bears our name, Brian McKnight Jr., wrote in a lengthy post on Facebook in 2019. It's insane to me to have absolutely no empathy for the type of life be sick introduced to us, only to become to resent us for the for that life that's catching up with us. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart, but not for myself, specifically for my siblings and my children. They don't deserve this at all. Okay, so this is Brian McKnight. Y'all know how I feel about showing the kids. I know this is on a what's the name? I don't like really showing the cheering. I don't like really showing the cheering. Okay, so Brianna also poured her heart out on Instagram in 2019. She details the pain that she has experienced over the years because of her father's abandonment. She also thanked her brothers for filling in the gap. Okay. Oh, it. Hey Rory, hello everyone. Hey Megan, hey Sweet Pea. Hey y'all just coming in. Carissa, I'm totally with you on that. I'm definitely side eyeing the wife. But there's also another video clip that has resurfaced where he said that his biggest hits have come from his relationship with his current wife. This man is trash. All right. So this is what I'm not reading this bull Swift. Is this what he talking about the other lady? 'Cause I'm not reading that. Okay, anyway. Daddy's little girl was never really a thing for me. Nobody understands that I've been through. Oh, okay. So this is from her, not him. Or this is from Brian McKnight Jr. I'm not reading that. Y'all want to go read it? I'll drop the link to this in the comment section because we still got some other stuff to get to, including a alleged lawsuit. Okay. Hey, Rose. I'm sorry, Rose. I didn't see you. I didn't see you. I didn't see you. Hey, Tasha. See, it's a lot of y'all that I didn't see, so I apologize. I do apologize. There's the link to the full article dropped in the comment section. So if you guys decide, you can go catch and read her post. Now, McKnight was previously married to songwriter Julie McKnight between 1990 and 2023. I'm sorry, 2003. Brian and Nico came from that union, while he had Brianna from his former partner, Patricia Driver. Now, it also goes on to say that he is now married to y'all. Can I say what I really want to say? But anyway, he, he is now married to Lilani Mendoza, who who has four children, um, three being from a previous relationship. Her youngest, Brian, is the only child she shares with Mcknight. And they had him earlier this year after experiencing a miscarriage. Okay, so that's pretty much the article on this, right? Pretty much just saying that that he hasn't had a great relationship with his kids. He tends to only recognize the children of the current wife that he has now and the child that they actually have together. I remember when she was pregnant and all of that stuff. But here's the thing again. I don't know what I'm probably gonna step on some toes when I say this again. I'm not a mother. I mean, I'm not a father. Of course, I'm not a mother. I mean, I'm not a parent, right? However, it's a whole different type of feeling when your own biological parent is not acknowledging you whatsoever, right? And I feel like if you can acknowledge all of the children in the marriage that you're currently in, you should be able to acknowledge everybody, right? The only reason why they don't fool with you is because you don't fool with them. Okay. Same situation with me. And sometimes it gets to a place to where you got to feed people from a long handle spoon, including your mama and your daddy, because if they do not want a relationship with you, y'all know I am 30 years old. And I have been going back and forth with my relationship with my mother and my father, especially my mother, right? But I've never been in a place where I felt like they loved or wanted me to be around. But then the moment that I separated myself from them, it was like, "Oh, where you going? Where you going? Why you not coming to such and such? Why you not doing this? What you doing here? What?" And that's not what it should be, right? I don't have a lick of respect. And yes, I said it. I don't have a lick of respect for someone who can't respect me as an adult as well. Once I set those boundaries, listen, they're there. Okay. So ain't gonna be no, you don't call me, you don't do any of this. But have you shown as a parent? Have you shown the effort? You're the parent. You're the parent. I don't know why people find that so hard to understand. You are the parent. We didn't ask to be here. And I said what I said. You are the parent. We didn't ask to be here. So why you treating us as if we've done something to you? This was a decision that you made. Here we have a R&B singer who's a celebrity, well known, and the nigga is out here not treating his kids right. Yes, I called it what it is. And your biological kids at that. So it ain't cool. It ain't a good place to be in. I'm gonna tell you something. It being 30 years old, and this is why I say no matter how old you are, you want love from your parents. Say what you want. You want love from your parents. I don't care if you get 85 years old and your parent happen to still be here. You still want love from them. That does not change. So to honestly see him treat his kids in this manner says a lot about him. And two, there we go. Let's talk about the wife. Let's talk about the wife because here's what I feel like the wife is doing. Like you just said, Rose, they have like a certain belief, certain aspect of life, the way that they believe life should be, those different types of things. But I think as a husband, he should be able to stand in and say, "These are my children, and I'm gonna love these set of children just like I love the set that I have with you." And that's just is what it is, right? But to literally tell your stepdaughter that you're the daughter I always wanted, as if you do not have a daughter, again, it says a lot about you. It says a lot about you. You're trash. All right. So hold on one second. Let me get this other article up here really quick. Now, this article is in regards to um, Brian Mcknight. Lawsuit exposes alleged incest slander involving his estranged daughter. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. This is what we're here for. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Bless the channel. All right, bless the channel. You know, May I did state that we are going to be doing 2 giveaways for the month of May for the large boxes. If you were not here, I am gonna. I promise I'm gonna try to get to announcing that the winner today for sure, for sure. And we'll go from there. Okay. But I appreciate you. Again, if you did not know, kind of under the weather a little bit, a lot of pain. I promise I'm gonna get it to y'all. Okay, I promise. I promise. All right, so let's get into this article here really quick. Um, all right, so this article is coming from hip hop. What is this? Hold on. Hip Hop DX. Okay. Shout out to Baby Girl 1981 for the super chat. She says, give the wife what's worth a darn. She would encourage him to have a relationship with his kids. I just said that too, Baby Girl 1981. You better talk about it. Shout out to you for the super chat. Thank you so very much. Ain't nothing changed. Hey, just a little bop. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's get into this article here really quick. In regards to what is going on with his daughter. Okay. Now, Brian McKnight again. This was published on the 3rd. Okay, so 2 days ago. Brian McKnight has settled a lawsuit from his estranged daughter over claims that he maliciously defamed her on social media by lying about her having an affair with her own cousin. Now, according to the documents obtained by Radar Online on Wednesday, May the 3rd, the singer's daughter, Brianna, filed a lawsuit against her father in 2020, accusing him of being motivated by animosity when he told his followers that she had some years earlier, and while a minor, engaged in sexual relations with an older cousin. In her suit, Brianna claimed that the issue started in 2019 when she decided to share aspects of her perceptions, aspects in her perception, sorry, aspects of her perceptions of growing up with an unnamed absent father on her personal Instagram page. Though she allegedly didn't even give a clue as to who he was, McKnight responded by publicly stating that Brianna was a promiscuous and incestuous. Wow, McKnight, this man is sick, y'all. And we still up here singing. We still up here listening s- to his music. Get out of here. This is crazy. Anyway, let me get back into this. This is shook it. This is shooketh me a little bit. Though okay, so though she allegedly didn't give a clue as to who he was, McKnight responded by publicly. Okay, I read that part. Now he and where did I leave off at? Credibility regarding a post that did not give that did not even identify him. So basically, the post was made. She threw a subliminal. It didn't directly name her father, Brian Mcknight. Let's keep going. Now, his post reportedly said, and unfortunately, along the way, a couple of years ago, I caught wind that there was an older cousin who was above 18 who was quite possibly having sex with her. He also reportedly alleged that Brianna's mother, who he had an affair with while he was married to someone else, only had a child with him for money in the first place. Girl, what? So you caught wind. Shut your mouth. That's not nothing to play with. So you say you caught wind. You didn't say you knew it to be factual. You say you caught wind. Brian McKnight is absolutely pathetic, and he is most definitely on my list of trash. Okay. I mean, not that he haven't been on the list, but he definitely on the list because he is a piece of trash. Okay. Shout out to Katrina for the cash app. Thank you, love. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I want to read up on some of y'all comments. Not since 2019. Yes, honey. Yeah, ain't no good woman standing by. What? Right. Like that part I don't understand. I'm not fit to marry you, and you sitting up here going along with the fact that this man is disowning his children. I'm not marrying you. Girl, bye. Yeah, it seems like he does really strongly dislike his daughter, and I'm not understanding why. I'm not even mad at the why. I am, because how you gonna be married to someone and allow this to go on? And honestly speaking, I wouldn't have married you until this was cleared up. I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it above. Wouldn't have married you until you got this cleared up. This ain't nothing to play with. Okay, let's get back into this. So I said Brianna plan. Okay, Lord. Again, he's saying that he heard. He don't even know. Made me lose my spot. Okay. Now, Brianna denied any such activity in her lawsuit, which stated that Brianna had never engaged in a sexual contact of any kind with any relatives of any age while a minor or otherwise. But I got an issue with that, bro. Like, your if even if you heard an inkling of what happens, this is the way that you chose to handle it. Hmm. Okay. She also added that she doesn't believe anyone ever even told McKnight anything of that sort, and he is simply making it up. In his response, McKnight denied all allegations of wrongdoing, um, arguing that that his statements were subliminally true and that he wasn't speaking of malice. He demanded the entire case be thrown out, but it was instead set to go to trial. However, documents show that both parties agreed to dismiss the lawsuit in February. You better than me, daughter. You better than me, daughter, Brianna. You better than me, girl. Ain't no way. You wanna listen, you wanna take me to court, you wanna try to do what you wanna try to do. I'm fit to exhaust all of it, all of what you got. I'm fit to run ching ching money up. Don't play with me. I'd have no, 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 no. Ain't no we throwing this out. We not dismissing this. No, you started it, and since you started it, we gonna finish it. Absolutely. Let's finish it. Let's finish it. Let's do this. This is crazy to me. This is crazy to me. Dismiss it for what? Now, the word on the curb is that they came up with some type of settlement in regards to the dismissal of this actual case. Again, I don't know, but I just don't like it. Okay, so Miss Morris, I understand that. I do understand that. But no matter how old you get, stop disowning your children, whether they are disrespectful, whether they are ungrateful, or whatever the case may be. See, this is where parents have to listen and take heed to what people are saying. Nothing that these people warranted that we have read or seen warranted him disowning his children. I feel like the disrespect, the ungratefulness, it's sometimes it's a part of life. It's a part of parenting. It happens a lot. We see it. There are children who go through certain age, but I don't care if you grown. I don't care if you 54 years old and you want the love of your parents or your father or whoever. You can take care of these other lady kids, but you can't take care of your own biological kids. And listen, I'm sorry, but I can't wrap the present up in a I can't wrap that up in a bow and say, "Here you go. I don't want to have nothing to do with you because you were ungrateful and unappreciative." That's not how life should be. That's not how parenting should be either, right? Again, I'm no parent. I'm only speaking from a child's perspective or a perspective of a child of a, that's all I can speak from. But again, when even if you get to a certain age, I mean, we've seen people, older people, really want that love and that validation from either of their parents. I've seen people over the age of 40 and 50 wanting that. You know what I mean? But he takes care of his wife, grown kids. You better talk about it, Atlanta. You better talk about it, Atlanta born. Um, Leela Morris, well, where is the accountability? Did they raise themselves? And see, that's the point right there. At the end of the day, hey, California cutie, what's going on? What's going on, Jamie? Hello, everyone coming in. If I missed you, welcome, 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 welcome. I'm just saying, for me, maybe because of course, we ain't went to no court, we ain't done none of that stuff, but maybe it's because I don't know. I just don't know what child doesn't want that love from their father. And this man continues publicly. He said this publicly. Okay. He said this publicly. And what did his daughter decide to do? You literally got on the internet and degraded your own biological daughter. But the daughter that's not even yours, that's your wife's daughter. Oh, you're always the girl that I've wanted to become a girl dad. Boy, if you don't get out of my face with this bull crap, girl. He bought his wife grown daughter. Right. This man is pathetic. And I'm sorry, but I'ma call it out. We stay on everybody else's tail about not being a good father and stuff like that, but we gonna find excuses for this one. Oh hell no, not on my watch. You are whack. Absolutely, California cutie and Rose, you are absolutely right. But California cutie, you are right. And one thing that I also said too, and I could be wrong in thinking like this, but this is just the way that I think. If you've had children, right, as a parent, you know, as a parent that you've done all that most of us can say that you've done all that you know how to do or can do as being a parent, right? But then when your children go out, they get married, or maybe they're not even married, but they have children. You have grandchildren. To me, to me, to me, that is a second opportunity to redo the things that you may not have gotten to do with your children, to redo those things with your grandchildren and do those things better than you did with your actual children. I could be wrong for thinking like that, but that's just my mentality. And when I see people hanging out with their grandchildren, that's what I see, right? Because not all the time has a mother or father always gotten it right. But you have another opportunity, I feel like, when you have grandchildren to get that dang right. Because you can pour that love over into your grandchildren. that you may not. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel about it, right? I also feel like this man is trash, and he just needed to be called out for his ways. His ways are completely wrong. As a dad, you just don't do stuff like this. But Brianna McKnight, if you can hear me, girl, can you talk to your lawyer, and ask your lawyer to bring this case back up? Because what did, see, I'm mad at you now. What did you decide to dismiss this for? That's what I want to know. Why? Why did you decide to dismiss it? See, because we got to have a conversation. This same nigga that went on Instagram and tried to dismiss your feelings and tried to humiliate you online, and we dismissing it. This man also accused you of having sexual relations with your cousin. See, see, there's a lot of things I would play about, and there's a lot of things that I might not talk about. But nigga, you say some stuff like this, or we're gonna fight all the way until the end. Okay, we're gonna fight to the end. Ain't no dismiss for what? I wish I would. I wish I would. None of the black men have called him out, but have so much to say on Ebony. And we're gonna get to that for sure, for sure. But y'all already know how I am. Y'all know how I am. I feel like when things like this happen and we need to be called out, we need to be called out and we need to be able to take accountability. And on a parent, that accountability looks a lot different from your child's accountability. And that's just facts, right? No one, no one, there's no manual to being a parent. There's none. There's no manual to being a parent. What there is, though, there are resources and guides in order to help you with your relationship with your children, even if your children are disobedient or whatever the case may be. I get it. But this right here doesn't show or prove any of that. What it does is make him look like a fool because he the one came up with all of this stuff. So, I ain't dismissing nothing. You got the balls to say all of this. Well, you better take you and them balls right on to that courthouse because I ain't done with you. Ain't done with you. All right. Um, you right. You right, California cutie. Hey Nola Reeves. Nola said I will fight my daddy to the death of me. Period. I just again at this particular point, see, hey Kim Nicole, she said I'd slap his wife. See, I wouldn't slap his wife. Let me tell you why I wouldn't slap his wife. I'd have all the smoke for him. You know why? Because he laid down and created me. Show this. I got all the smoke for you. Every time I see you, I'm gonna slap the hell out of you. Okay. And then your wife, if I still got a little something in me, then your wife might get it. But for you, let me handle you right now. You know, the wife will be secondhand, but you, sir, oh, I'd rear back so far. You know how the old people used to say, I rear back so far. I probably break my back trying to rear back and get an old good one. I mean, every time I'ma slap the taste buds out your mouth. But see what I would have done is I would have done that right on in the court. Right on in the court. What am I dismissing this for? You accuse me of having sexual relations with my cousin. You accuse me of having sexual relations with my cousin. That man is trash. He's trash. Brian is absolutely disgusting. I thought she went through with the lawsuit and won. I don't know where I heard that. No, ma'am. Nowhere can I find where she won the lawsuit. I don't know if she was nervous. Maybe somebody was. I don't know what happened. Right? I have no clue what happened. But I don't like this not one bit. I don't. I don't. Okay. Yeah. Now, the only reason why I would blame the wife is because she's siding with him, right? It looks as if you're agreeing with what he's doing. But I would have all the smoke for Brian. Absolutely. You, my daddy. I got all the smoke for you. All of it. And I mean all of it. All right. All right. So that is that on that, y'all. All right. So let's get back into the thumbnail. All right. So I haven't done my announcements. I just hop right into the stories. All right. So shout out to our girl Missy Elliott. All right. She is the first female black rapper to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Shout out to her. This is an iconic movement. Okay. This is iconic, right? So you guys do know that you have to have had, was it 25 years since your day? Well, I guess one of the records has to be 25 years old in order for you to be actually eligible to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Sh- Missy Elliott is the first to be eligible and actually get inducted in the same year. Okay, so Missy, Missy. Did y'all hear what I just gave y'all? Did y'all hear the facts that I just gave y'all, right? So I don't know if it's like your first app, something has to reach 25 years, right? Maybe if you come out, I don't know exactly what it is. However, the first year that she was able to apply and become eligible was the same year that she got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Y'all, a black queen out here doing what she's supposed to do. And y'all know Missy is one that I ride for. Okay, hey, too feisty. I know you was gonna come out. Okay. Oh, but yes, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. Yeah, she winning. And see, this is the crazy thing, Rose. This is why I really ride for Missy. Missy don't bother nobody. Missy don't bother nobody. Missy do what she's supposed to do and mind her business. That's it. She minds her business. Hey, Miss Edith, good morning. Good morning. Took them years to induct Janet. Yes, it did. It did. It did. It did. Yeah, I rise hard for Missy. I rise hard for Missy. We're not gonna disrespect Missy. Period. Point blank. All right. So let's get into our next portion of this. Oh, well, before I do that, before we get into Jamie Foxx, I'm gonna do Jamie Foxx and then we're gonna do Envy and Ebony because, like I said, it's 62 people in here. I'm on the fence with it, but I also don't like the public because it almost seems like bullying in a way. And we'll get to it in just a minute. However, let's get into it. Mother's Day, I need all the mothers to meet me back over here for the Mother's Day extravaganza, Sunday, May the 14th, 2023, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, I want to celebrate the mothers, so we're going to be doing some giveaways. This is next weekend. We're doing some giveaways, some good, nice stuff. So y'all head back over here, mothers. Okay, come on back over here and hang out with me. All right. And so, of course, on tomorrow, we are going to be celebrating 1 year and 6K subscribers. All right. So, I have two special guests with me. Those two special guests, one being the real estate insider. So, if you guys have not caught up on his YouTube channel, I suggest that you do so. And then also, we do have Mr. Eric Robinson, who is a celebrity photographer. He is responsible for the Married to Medicine season 10. Are they on season 10 or not? I don't even. This is season 10 that they filming. Wait, what season? Anyway, the last season, whatever the last season was, he was responsible for the pictures. As same as Real Housewives of Atlanta. He is responsible for the retake. Okay. So remember that they did was the season, this previous season, season 14. They actually took Bravo's pictures, and the people wasn't really here for him. So instead, they went with Mr. Eric Robinson. He is a very great guy. He was just with Kiki Palmer at the Met Gala, and he just be doing everything. So y'all make sure y'all get on over here. He just did a photo shoot for Miss Quad. Miss Quad, he does for Garcelle Bouvet, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So he has some tight connections in the industry. So y'all help us. Come on, meet us back over here tomorrow, and let's have a good time. Okay, let's have a good time. We're gonna have some fun, and it's gonna be everything. All right. So y'all make sure y'all meet us back over here for that. All right. All right. So here we go. All right. So I wanted to get into the issues or the things that are going on with Jamie Foxx. Okay. Lately there has been a lot of speculation in regards to what is going on with Jamie Foxx. Now, we heard it was a stroke. We heard that he was going to have a long recovery ahead of him. But now we've gotten a lot of celebrities who have reached out, who have given love, who have said pray. Now, we did see that Jamie Foxx did leave a message on his IG story. But if I could be completely honest with you, I don't think that was him. I think that was more so a way to just keep the stories that have been coming out a balance, right? And again, this is just my opinion. In my opinion, I don't necessarily think again that was him. I think again they're doing that to make it seem like it's him so that the chatter can probably stop, right? We know that he has been had to be been resuscitated, and it's just a whole lot of things that are going on with him. Now, from what I understand, his team is calling in a neurologist to assess his mysterious medical condition. So let me just read this here really quickly to you guys. Hold on one second. Jamie Foxx team allegedly called in a neurologist this week to assess the actor's mysterious medical condition, reported by RadarOnline.com. Now, in a startling development to come 3 weeks after Fox was hospitalized in April, insiders close to the 55-year-old actor revealed his team continues to take this situation very seriously. Now, one thing I'll say is y'all got to look at the internet, okay? And this is the reason why I said I think that that message was posted in a certain way, right? You've had Jamie Foxx talk about, listen, y'all got to put it in on YouTube, and I promise all these different videos will pull up, right? So there's one specific person that I think that this is tying back to. Again, I don't know any of this to be true. This is all alleged information. There's a certain rapper, I'll just put it that way. There's a certain rapper who he got some money, big money, and he eh, he has been said to do some things to people where they're no longer breathing. I'm gonna put it that way. I got this YouTube, so I gotta put it in a very simple way that maybe you guys can understand in the comment section. Okay. Lord, I love me some Eric Bishop. Okay, please cover up Jamie Foxx. I hate that this is happening to him. Honestly, I really do. Neurologist, yeah, I think the stroke rumors are true. This situation gives me deja vu when Luther first got sick. No, there you go, Katrina. There you go. That's the talk of the town. That's the talk of the town. Because Ooh, I try not to go to these levels. I really do. I try not to go to these levels of um I try not to go to these levels, right? Because again, I don't know any of this to be true, but what I do know in this whole realm of things that anything is possible, right? Jaguar has said it. Other people have said it. You've had Kevin Hart who have said it. Jamie Foxx has said there has been several people that have said the same things. And just something in me, and I guess you can maybe call it a conspiracy, but something in me tells me that Jamie wasn't the one that wrote it. What's up, Real Estate Insider? I don't think Jamie posted that on social media. Yeah, I don't either. I really don't. I do not. It's just something tells me that that was a way to eliminate the chatter a little bit. And I don't think that that's what it's doing. Because then again, you gotta remember you got all of these celebrities out here who are really still sending him love, which makes it look as if again, it just looks suspicious. It looks very suspicious. I did stumble across that interview that Jamie Foxx did. And in the interview that Jamie Foxx did, he was bringing up the alleged escapades that be going on at these parties. And I think that's all I gotta say for you all to understand what I'm talking about. Right. Um, and so this interview, from my understanding, was maybe before he started filming he's been saying it for quite some time, but it's this most recent interview where he gets a little more descriptive as to what's going on. And that was prior to him announcing that he was working with Cameron Diaz on this Netflix film. So, I just again, like I want to pray him well because again, I don't yeah. I'm praying for Jamie. Y'all know Jamie is a Texas boy like me, so he I just again pray that he gets better because this is not something I want to see anybody go through. Especially Jamie. So definitely praying for Jamie, praying for a speedy recovery. And child, I'm gonna keep an eye out on the streets, but I'm gonna just tell y'all, all you got to do is type in Jamie Foxx when we get done with the live video. As soon as y'all type in Jamie Foxx, you're gonna be able to see everything that I've been saying. Miss Edith, been giving him the side eye since Biggie. I think that he had something to do with Albie. Oh, child. Again, this is my Texas boy, and I'm gonna be praying for you. Let me respond to these people. Tania T, how are you? All about the trees, how are you? The Mace Monroe show. What's up, Mace? What's going on, Prissy Poodle? How are you? Hey, everybody, what's going on, Kelly? Hey, everybody, just coming in the room. So, wanted you guys to know that this is what's taking place. I am again still praying for Jamie, still praying for Jamie's health and all of that. Now, from what I understand, he's been replaced for right now, temporary replacement. Nick Cannon is going to be running Beat Shazam. Now, that was something new to me because I honestly didn't know that they were still putting fresh new episodes out of that. I didn't know they were putting fresh new episodes out of that. So, shout out to them for that. I'm here for it. I'm totally here for it. All right. All right. So, and then also I'm understanding that Cameron Diaz movie, they did halt it for um they filmed for 8 days. He was rushed to the hospital April 11th. And from what I understand, per the details, it seems as if they may have tried to replace him so they can finish that movie. There was Black Rob mentioned with this person. Said, oh no, that's terrible praying for Jamie. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Are you still covering Whitehead? Um, it's so listen, I really I really only report on Whitehead when Whitehead do something. I think Whitehead been quiet the last day or two, or maybe it's just because I've been under the weather. I haven't really paid attention to Whitehead. But I don't think it's no new news about him right now. Right now. But from what I understand, he has another court date on Monday. So next week we're gonna talk about it again. Child, we're gonna talk about it again. One of them people out there, Nick Cannon, out of all the people out there, Nick Cannon was chosen. Well, I maybe they chose Nick Cannon because of maybe him hosting Wild and Out and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. You right. They could have chose a slew of other people, but I don't know why they chose Nicholas. I don't. I really don't. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into this last topic of the morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is. Okay, it's still morning for me. Okay, so let's get into it. This has been going on for about a week, right? So let me just go to the original situation. All right. Ebony K. Williams, if guys don't know who Ebony K. Williams is, um, she's an author, she's all these great things, but she was also featured on this latest season of Real Housewives of New York. But of course, you know that Ramona Singer had some investigation that they needed to do. And so they didn't have a reunion. And to me, and to a lot of people, it was like Andy and Bravo was covering up a lot of things, right? Okay. However, y'all know that Ebony K. Williams has a podcast and she was on the Gyro show. I don't know if she works with them or what. I don't know. Anyway, they had an interview. She had an interview with Ayana Van Zandt, all right? And Ayana Van Zandt asked Ebony K. Williams, would she date a bus driver child? And so Ayana was like, well, Ebony said no. Ayana was like, that's a problem. That's a problem. So, they was going back and forth, right? This became a thing. It became big. People want to drag Ebony and all of that. Now we can really listen to some of this stuff, but this is what I would like to say. All right. At no point in time do I ever feel like you should ever bully anybody into a situation of wanting to talk to somebody. If they don't feel like a person that drives the bus is in their bracket, why in the world do we care? Number one, why we care? Why do we care? And then number two, number two. I think your preference is going to forever be your preference. If that's what you decide to do, that's just what you decide to do. It's not our business who you decide to date. If I want to go out here and get somebody, and please don't, I'm not shaming nobody when I say this, but if I get somebody that work at a service station, that's something that I chose to do. Once they told me what their occupation was, and that's what they choose to do, they don't talk about plans of, I got this one, but I'm working here to work on something else, or whatever the case may be. We never know what the situation which is why I don't agree with the judgment end of it. But I also feel like too, let people date who they want to date. But to me, it gave bullying. And I'm just gonna keep it honest. It gave a level of bullying, and I didn't like it because again, I feel like you date whoever you want to date. Most of us ain't out here. If you don't want no bus driver, you ain't going to the bus barn to look for nobody either. I'm just saying. So, like, for me, again, when you have a preference, and all of us do, all 71 listening to me have preferences. When you have a preference, that's the way it is. I don't see nobody of Ebony K. Williams caliber dating a bus driver, and that's just being honest. All right. I understand, and hear me out for y'all. Chew me up. Hear me out. Hear me out. I think Charlemagne and Envy was stuck on the one thing of saying, I guess, the bus driver, right? The minority of whatever it is, right? That was their whole thing. Well, why are you saying that? It's like you discrediting him for being a bus driver. If he chose to be a bus driver, that's his business. There's nothing honestly that I can do about it. But if I don't want to date no bus driver, hell, it's my business. Okay. So again, I felt like it was a somewhat of a bullying tactic. So um give me a second and I'm about to pull it up. Hold on. Hold on. I thought I had this on my Twitter already. However, I'ma get it. I'ma get it. Y'all go ahead, hit that like button, okay? Because I know some of y'all forgot when y'all came on up in here. You forgot to hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Ebony and And y'all listen, Envy was mad, mad. Okay. When I say he was mad, mad, I mean mad, mad. So give me a second, and y'all already know I'm just gonna play the audio of this. But I do want to hear that. Okay. Um You're right. Real estate insider. She did say that. California Cutie says it's context. If you meet a bus driver on his job, probably not for her. But if she is out and has a nice conversation and she is attractive, she may date him. I don't know that though, because here's the thing. Okay, you tell me you're a bus driver and you may date him. Again, it's a preference thing. It's honestly a preference thing because after you tell me that you are a bus driver, am I obligated to stay with you? Lamb. That's all I'm saying. So I'm obligated to stay with you because or not obligated to stay with you, but once I find out you're a bus driver, if you're a bus driver, listen, I don't know if you driving a Greyhound or if you driving a school bus or if you driving a flex bus or what kind of bus you out here driving, okay? But I'm not even gonna date you. If that's not what I'm looking for, I'm not gonna do it. If we have a conversation and I'm telling you that my occupation is a bus driver, right? You have the choice right then and there to say, well, and then you just got to give me your reason on why you ain't want to date me. But I feel like the black woman in this situation was bullied. That's just the way I feel. She don't have to. She's a lawyer. She's an author. Date a bus driver. Get out of here. Get out. And sometimes we have to be a little bit more realistic. And I'm with Ebony. Sometimes it's the fact that you guys are saying like we shouldn't judge, we shouldn't do this. That's not what that is. What it is saying that I'm not dating someone that's driving a bus. If you see that as being judgmental, then that's on you. But I said what I said, and that's not who I want to date. Right? So no, and I get it. I get it. I get it. Bus driving now, you making a lot of money. I totally get that now. I totally get. I think just for me, again, if that's just who you choose not to date, that's just who you choose not to date. But let's take a listen to the hold on. Let me get to the portion in which she clarified this. I think this was at the beginning of the show, actually. Hold on.
Or it aired last week. And let's talk about what's happened since then. We've had a whole White House correspondents dinner, which Roy Wood Jr. killed. Shout out to Roy. We've had the Met Gala. We've got a war in Ukraine.
Can y'all hear this?
War in Sudan, and yet folks is still talking about this shit more than anything else. And I think that speaks to something, right? Mm-hmm. I think it speaks to
the insatiable
nature of the.
I just need to know if y'all can hear it first, and then we're gonna get to the correction. Bus driver me, please, especially the city bus. Boy, y'all is out of control. I ain't mad at you. And look again, it's your preference. If you don't have an issue with a bus driver, you don't have an issue dating a bus driver. Y'all hold on one second. I'm trying to grab this audio really quick. You guys need to grow up. I would date anyone as long as they're making an honest living, but you'd rather date a drug dealer instead, shaking my head. Well, Miss Dropper Wanda, I hate that you feel that way because that's not the case. Just because you don't want a bus driver don't mean you want a drug dealer either. So how we get drug dealer out of the fact that we choose not to date a bus driver. That again is a form of bullying. You cannot tell me who to date. My preference is my preference at the end of the day. You cannot tell people who to date. You really can't even tell. You can't question people on that. Once they tell you what their type is and you don't got it, that's just it is what it is. I do get what she's saying about black men being way behind black women. We do have to raise the standard. And I agree with that too. I do agree with that too. I do agree with that too. Um, we do have to raise the standard. Um, and I think what Envy was where he was stuck at was saying being stuck in the same place. And that's not what we doing. Okay, let's get to it. Um, I could have sworn I saved this, y'all. I didn't. Y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. I promise I'm supposed to get it because I do want y'all to hear it again. To me, it does sound like a form of bullying. Here we go. Well, as soon as my Wi-Fi kick in. Bills paid, salary, benefits, pension. Cool. You date who you like. Um, that's true, but also too, if I have standards, I now see this is what I'm talking about right here. You cannot bully people into making you feel like their standards are too high and they don't want to date a bus driver. Yo, that just is what it is. It has nothing to do with it, but the fact that it's the truth. Ebony spoke truth, and a lot of people don't like it. Let's go.
Love to know how you envy know what I'm looking for. We never had the conversation.
I don't know. I'm asking, I'm telling you what people are saying on comments, what I've read, and I'm talking for them. I'm not a bus driver. I'm speaking for the average person out there because I feel for them because the bus drivers and the average person are what keeps these lights on here on the Breakfast Club. Right. They keep me booking shows.
Nobody is saying. Okay, first of all, this is not about you booking shows.
I'm just telling you how I feel. So when you shit on the people that
first of all, Envy, you're dead ass wrong for framing it as me shitting on them.
You don't think I'm shitting on them?
I know it. First of all, I know it wasn't. I think what you're saying right now is irresponsible. I think what you're saying is irresponsible. Envy, I think what you are framing right now in this moment is highly irresponsible. Because I'm going to, if you listen, I'm going to tell you. Because if you were to listen to all of the full Yana interview, the full sidebar, the full episode of Holding Court, nowhere in any of that commentary did I say, let's not skip a beat, negative word about the working class of Black America, of America broadly, or Black men. I'm going to get to the why was my fiance. Envy, let me finish this statement.
You know
I'm going to get to.
Just because you didn't mean to hurt somebody, just because you didn't mean to offend somebody doesn't mean you didn't hurt a community.
I
can say
deal in
anything about somebody,
feelings.
but like I didn't mean to hurt you. But if you hurt people, you hurt people. If people feel a way about you, they feel a way about you because those people that you talked about are the people that buy your books, that listen to this show, and they're hurt.
Ebony, what about words like average, mediocrity, typical, and the bigotry of low expectations? I think those are the words that hurt the working class.
You can sit here and say, no, I didn't hurt nobody. You hurt people out there that buy your books and follow you and support you.
You asked me to be quiet. Y'all, please. Y'all asked me to be quiet. I listened to your full statement. I understand you have a feeling about it.
22 minutes, and I just spoke for 60 seconds.
Negative word about.
Now, what I will say before I go to this next clip, I ain't like that at all. I ain't like that at all. Let her say what she got to say. Let her explain herself and say what she got to say before y'all keep interrupting with how she might have made people feel. Like, that was annoying for me. Okay, let's do this.
We got ours off already. Let Ebony talk.
I'm just returning what she said. Don't act like I didn't let her speak. She spoke for 22 minutes.
Go ahead, Ebony. Let her talk. Don't do that.
So, Envy, this is where we're different. My primary focus and goal when I do what I do in the world is not to protect feelings. I'm going to be candid with you. I understand it's clear from the energy that there is an emotional attack that you felt was on Black men, the working class, and Black America.
Here to talk to her. We got ours off already. Let Ebony talk.
I'm just
Okay.
returning what she said.
I could have sworn that there was more to this. Anyway. This is something, again, I think that Yeah, Envy. I wasn't here for Envy in the way that he was handling the situation. Because I feel like even if you speaking, you know, give her a way of understanding. You can honestly see that Ebony is not the type of person that you can go toe to toe and that she's supposed to shut down on her opinion. This lady is a whole attorney and she's a whole lawyer, so she's going to feel a certain type of way, and she is the right one to argue with, right? She's the right one to go back and forth with. I just think again, and I'm gonna sum it up with this because I feel like this can go so many areas, and I also feel like it went a whole lot of areas of some stuff that she didn't actually say, right? I think it had went extremely too far. At the end of the day, you gonna date who you gonna date, all right? And listen, if that bus driver want to drive buses for the rest of his life, and I choose to want that bus driver for the rest of his life, then that's what it is. If I choose not to date a bus driver, that's on me. I mean, it's my decision. It's your decision who you want to date. And also, I think this speaks a lot about it speaks volume in every aspect. Again, we have preferences. People you think is ugly may not be ugly to other people. Somebody that you may not find attractive, it may not be that they're not attractive to that other person, right? But when we start talking about what they're doing for a living and we start talking about, oh, I'm dating you, things start going to another level where we become one. It's gonna get there. I listen. If you're not doing nothing else and you just driving a bus, and I choose to date you, that's what it is. That's just what it is. And I think at the end of the day, it's where it is. What's up, Mrs. Parker? Thank you so much for the super chat. But when Envy was asked about why are his kids in private school, he had all the excuses in the world, but you're not about the people. Mhm. And see, this is why I said I think that oh, hold on, Mrs. Parker. How could I forget? Yeah, I agree with you, Shar. I think they all could have had some valid points. But I also believe so, Mace. I think they were just having like a general conversation, and it came up, and Ayana asked her, like, would you date a bus driver? And Ebony stated again that she wouldn't. They don't talk to a man like that when they say they don't date black women. Ooh, well, well, Anetta, that's another conversation for another day. But you right about it. I mean, and we just gotta call a spade a spade. I think at the end of the day, one thing that we always have to remember just as you being who you are, you gotta know who you are in order to even get out here, start dating. And once you know who you are and you know what you want, then it opens up how you want your relationship to be. Nobody has to have this. No one has to do what you want them to do in the relationship. No one has to like who you want them to like. Just because I like somebody don't mean they gotta like me back. Somebody might say, "Oh, child, I want you," because right now all I know you do is YouTube. That's their preference. If that's what you feel, to hell with it. I think again, because here's the thing. What if a bus driver is not what I want, right? Is it not? We go through the talking stage, right? I find out that you a bus driver, but I've already told you in our talking stage where my standards are, right? That is a perfect reason as to where you are. If your standards are right there and they meet that, then that is what it is. That's the only reason why we marry or continue to stay in a relationship, because we're able to do that. Ebony was initially calling us the way she made the statement. She put some extra housewife sauce on it. I'm sure she did because and I gotta be completely honest, there's not many times that I actually agree with Ebony because sometimes I think Ebony can do a bit much, you know what I'm saying? But I again just saw this as a form of bullying. That's just the way I see it. You can't bully me into dating a bus driver. That's all I'm saying. All right, my preference is my preference. I'm laughing at this now, but when I actually saw it, I had to watch that thing about 4 or 5 times because I was like, yo, what is really going on right here? Now, there is a clip. I can't find this particular clip, but there is a clip where Ebony is actually explaining word for word what she said, and she actually looks up the definitions of each word so that people will understand. But yeah, and who's to say people can't have a feeling about that? The problem to me, honestly, in my opinion, when the truth is being told in the black community, everyone gets in their feelings. Get out of your feelings. Stop being emotional. A lot of people think her delivery was wrong, and she's a lawyer, so it made it come off harsh. But at the end of the day, she wasn't telling no lies. I agree. And that's why I was saying, like, she's an attorney. So, and all the commentator, she has a podcast, and her podcast is about her being an attorney. So she's consistently, having to spit things out. So I knew that battle with her and Envy, I just was like, oh God, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. But I was here for Charlamagne telling Envy to calm down, let her explain her point because you already done said what you feel. She's trying to explain it and you're not letting her, you know. But I agree. I do agree with that. I do agree. Listen, y'all already know we're gonna always probably have difference of opinions. But whatever I always said, we ain't falling out about no opinion, right? So at the end of the day, your standards are going to be your standards. Who you decide to date is who you decide to date, right? You either like that person or you like that person, then you start getting to know what they're doing for occupation. Maybe you just decide to push them on to the side. I mean, it's happened. It didn't happen to me. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you may be butthurt in that moment, but people are going to have preferences. People are going to like what they like, and they're not going to like what they don't like. So we can talk about this all day. I think, again, people going to like what they like. They're going to not like what they don't like, you know? So I don't even like Ebony, but I support her stance. Hmm. Yeah, Ebony sometimes, like I said, Ebony sometimes can run me absolutely the rub me, not run me, but rub me the wrong way, and um, it's a bit annoying. Okay. Now listen, y'all, I'm gonna shift the subject just a little bit here. Well, ain't gonna be just a little bit, it's gonna be a lot of it. You guys do know that we have season 15 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta premiering on Sunday. I hope you guys are going to be watching. From my understanding, Kenya Moore is going to be in Watch What Happens Live on Sunday. You guys don't know, this is the episode in which her and Martell Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville is going to get into it. Speaking of Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all know I choose to talk about that show behind the paywall, but there are a couple of things that I must say publicly about that show right now. Okay. I have been seeing the chatter and the things that have been going on the last couple of days, and I kept saying I wasn't gonna say nothing about it, but I can't sit back and not say anything about it, right? So these YouTube streets have been hot when it comes to Martell and Melody's custody battle, right? And some kind of way, someone got the documents. They say that the documents are public. I haven't been able to find any public documents. However, there are documents in which children's names are redacted and we decide to get on our platform and fill those redacted names in, that right there is out of control. And those are things that we just do not do. There would have never been a time, even if I talked about this publicly, there would never have been a time where I decided that it was okay to get up here and read documents and say names and all of that kind of stuff without vetting the information first, understanding where that came from. But there have been, yes, people have taken documents, and Melody threw a subliminal out there that stated that those documents weren't really real, right? However, there are documents in which they're reading where we're talking about the children, talking about what Martell done with the children, what Melody may have done with the children. I think all of that, we got to know when we get on these platforms what to talk about and what not to talk about, right? That's not something that we talk about, right? We don't really get up here and discuss anybody custody battle, anybody's children. This platform, we don't do that on. I can't speak for everybody else. But what I will say, though, is it's gross. It's disgusting. And y'all need to leave them kids out y'all mouth, period. Leave them kids alone. They're already going through enough. Leave those kids alone. I hear some of y'all saying, well, I got to do my job. What part of that is your job? What part of that is your job? We've been reporting Mel and Martell being in court this long, and you mean to tell me now it's all of a sudden your job to expose what they're going through in court? No, it's not your job. This is something that you just choose to do, and now you calling it your job, but that's not what it is. Stop it. Y'all, it really has to be a level and a boundary of what we do and what we say and how far we go, and that is extremely too far. It's extremely too far. I always say leave kids out of it, especially if kids are underage. Leave the kids out of it. But there is one person in particular, and I'm going to call her out on this live. I sure am. There's one person in particular that I feel like a lot of people aren't gearing the smoke toward, but she was competent in this. And I would say that that would be that anonymous lady. Not because I don't like her, but because I listened to every last one of those lives that she was on the panel with. Because you know she's a judge, she's an attorney, she worked as the bus barn, she's the superintendent, she is all of these things, right? I felt like she was up on that platform very much so, indulging in exactly what was going on, because you know, everybody know that you got the millimeters, and then I don't know what everybody else fans and stuff is called, right? So of course, millimeters was going up in that chat like, hey, stop this, stop this, stop this, stop this. But nobody was saying nothing to her who actually stated the child's name first. She said the name first. I'm not even gonna say the name she said, but she said one of the kids' names first while she was asking about what is in the court documents. So therefore, you asking about court documents is pretty much saying you're incompetent in the situation as well, right? I said that to say this: everybody that's out here claiming to be a millimeter ain't a millimeter. Mel better check her fans, because there are some people out here who are doing some dangerous and salacious things, and like I said, it don't add up to what you say you're doing. It ain't. Leave them kids out of it. Leave them alone. They are going through enough. And it's just that simple. Just that simple. But that lady, and anybody can go tell her I said it. Okay. Anybody can tell her I said it. Again, stop it. Leave folks' kids alone. You got content creators who want to make a channel for these folk kids. Let me make a channel for Sugar Mama. I just went and said, let me make a channel for Sugar Mama. No, ma'am. How you gonna monetize off somebody else's children? Again, I already told y'all, I feel like people that post folks' kids and stuff like that, something wrong with y'all in the mind. Cause I don't understand. I don't understand. Y'all post everybody else's kids, but y'all post your own kids. Post your own kids. Post your own kids. Post your own kids. Post your custody battle with your kids. With that being said, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate post your own kids, okay? Listen, y'all, again, happy Friday to you all. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday. Listen, don't let nobody take you out today, meaning like get under your skin or nothing like that. Have a good day. Tell somebody you love them, okay? And just enjoy your day. Cause guess what I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm gonna get back in my bed. However, if you enjoyed the show and would like to bless the platform, it is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I appreciate you all. Now, I do got to give. Hold on one second. I think I got to give. Hold on. Okay. And too old to be seeing this month. They're old enough. Yes, and I've said that time and time again. Waist Beads by Bree. I've said that time and time again. These kids are old enough to see what is going on online, and they're old enough to get on YouTube. Child, my 3-year-old nephew know how to get on YouTube, so I know they know how. You know, so I'm over it. I'm most definitely over it. I'm over it. Did I eat today? I had to chuckle at that. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I haven't felt like eating, but I did last night. I drank a meal replacement, so I just need to drink another one today or something. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out soon. All right, y'all. Again, I appreciate y'all. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. Hopefully, y'all gonna be here for the celebrate tomorrow. Y'all gonna be here for the celebrate. Can y'all just let me know in the comment section? Y'all gonna be here for the celebrate. We're gonna have a good time. Show enough. We're gonna have us a good time. Okay, so tomorrow evening, this is before Love and Marriage Huntsville comes on. So I don't want to be battling with nobody that would want to watch this show. I ain't gonna be. Let me tell y'all something. This is why I told y'all I haven't even been watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, because it had just become that for me. It's not enjoyable to watch or review anymore. Okay, so I haven't done it. However, this is prior to an hour and a half earlier than the show. All right, so again, Ali said, "What is a celebrate? A celebrate? You don't know what a celebrate is? You must ain't heard none of Mr. Brown stuff. Okay, you must ain't heard none of Mr. Brown stuff." But I've been out here 1 year, y'all, 6K subscribers. All right. And I have 2 special guests. One was just in the chat, okay, and that is Lamb, the real estate insider. Then we have Eric Robinson, who again was responsible for last season's Married to Medicine Cats photo, as well as Real Housewives of Atlanta. He has done some projects with Garcelle Bouvet from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. He was just with Keke Palmer at the Met Gala. You know, Essence is coming up, so he'll be at Essence and all of this stuff. So we just gonna have us a good. We're gonna have a good time. So y'all make sure y'all come back, have a good old Kiki with us. We're gonna be playing some games, some fun games, and different stuff like that, just to have fun. All right. And then of course on Mother's Day, y'all know how I feel about y'all mamas. You know how I feel about y'all mamas. Ask y'all kids and grandkids if I could borrow y'all for 30 to 45 minutes on Mother's Day, as we have our Mother's Day extravaganza. It's going to be giveaways and all of that. All right. And so I'm here for it, and I'm ready to have fun. All right. That is Sunday, May the 14th, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. Let's get it and let's go, baby. All right. But with that being said, guys, I enjoyed our show today. And I don't got nothing else. Peace, y'all, and enjoy the rest of your Friday. And if you're gonna party today, party like a rock star. Peace.